in political science for class 12. Today the chapter is international organizations. International organizations are those organizations that deal with the problems at international level. And there are various problems related to peace and security, diseases, epidemics, pandemics, etc. Global warming can also be there, climate change, right? So to deal the problems that cover much bigger area and many countries are affected, so the steps are taken to control or to face such challenges. And this international organization in particular that we are talking about is the UNO, the United Nations Organizations. The United Nations Organization, this is the successor of League of Nations. Okay, and UNO, which is commonly known as, that was formed on 24th October 1945 as the successor of League of Nations because it could not prevent the World War II. And to prevent the World War and to settle the disputes peacefully in the world between and among the countries, the need was felt that a reformed international organization is required, and thus this organization was formed, and this was signed by initially by 51 states, and they had signed the rules and regulations called UN Charter. The charter is like countries have their constitution or set of rules and laws. United Nations Organization also has rules and laws, terms and conditions to be followed by the member countries. So that is called UN Charter. So initially it was signed by 51 states, and now the number of member states is increased to 193. Okay, and all these states are the sovereign states, independent states, and each one, big or small, developed or developing, all the member states are having same status and they represent one vote in UNO. So all are taken equally. Alright, now what are the objectives of UNO? As it was told earlier also, the main objective is to prevent war. So here the main objective is to prevent wars and to settle the disputes peacefully through dialogues, okay, through mediation, to prevent conflicts and to foster cooperation among the member countries or among the nations. Then war should be prevented, but in case unavoidable circumstances are there, so that would be the last option, and it would restrict the extent of hostility. So it will be seen that as little as possible the damage should be there and it should be over. The war should be over. Then to foster the potentiality of socio-economic development throughout the world, to ensure that all the countries are developing socially and economically, especially the developing countries, poor countries. And above all, another objective is to maintain the world peace. All right. Now we take the organs of the United Nations Organization or the structure of United Nations Organization. Children, as all the governments, especially the democratic government, they function with the help of its organs, legislature, executive and judiciary. Similarly, United Nations Organization is also a government, a ruling authority, but it is not above the sovereignty of the member countries. It is there to cooperate between and among the member countries, but the mode and the way of functioning is quite similar to the way the governments of different countries, especially again I am stressing the democratic countries, function. You know, the main organs are legislature, executive, and judiciary. So here also it functions with the help of these organs. Legislature here is called General Assembly. The first organ is the General Assembly, and it is formed by all the member countries, all those who have signed the UN Charter. All the states are the members of General Assembly, and it is main. Okay, and what are the functions of General Assembly? It elects the members for what? Various organs, various parts of the UNO, like Security Council, okay, ICJ, International Court of Justice, and the members for various agencies of United Nations organization. And like we have sessions, it also has session, and it meets the members of General Assembly. They meet once in a year. All right, and it works with the help of various agencies like socio-economic agency, okay, WHO, United Nations Human Rights Commission, all right, ILO, International Labour Organization, UNICEF, United Nations Development Program, UNESCO, etc. So that is about the United Nations General Assembly. And other functions are also to elect the new members, and the non-permanent members and permanent members of Security Council. As I have told you, the ICJ, International Court of Justice, the members are the judges of this organ, and they are also elected by the members of General Assembly. Okay, and the Secretary General, who is the supreme or who is the head of the organization, he or she is also elected by the General Assembly. So its main function is to elect the members for various agencies and parts of the organization. Now another organ is Security Council. Security Council is similarly as we have similar to what executive, as we have president, prime minister, council of minister here. So here it is the most important organ of the organization, because it implements the laws framed or policies that are there to be implemented. So it consists of 15 members, out of which 5 members are permanent and 10 are non-permanent member. And the permanent members are United States of America, United Kingdom, France, Russia, and China. And other members that are 10 in number, they are elected for 2 years by the General Assembly only. And Security Council meets twice a month. And the special thing about permanent members of Security Council is that the permanent members enjoy veto power. Veto power means to reject or to have their independent individual opinion regarding any international issue. And no decision at international level can be implemented unless or until it is taken unanimously. If 1 out of 5 is not agreeing with the decision taken by other members, that will not be implemented. And because of this only, many disputes, they take long time to be solved. Okay, now what are the functions of this? Main purpose is to maintain international peace and to settle the disputes peacefully, and to take necessary actions against the aggressor state. Alright. Now, next organ is International Court of Justice, which is like the third organ of the government, that is judiciary. Here also, the third organ is ICJ, or International Court of Justice, and the headquarter of this is in Hague, Netherlands. And there are 15 judges, and they are there to settle the disputes. They advise the members of United Nations General Assembly and Security Council on international laws. So they settle the dispute also, like in our case also, the president can seek the advice from the Supreme Court. Similarly, ICJ, the judges also can give advice to the members of Security Council and the members of General Assembly. Alright. Besides this, there are other councils also, like Economic and Social Council. There are 54 members in such council that work to promote social, economic, educational, and cultural cooperation between and among the states. And another organ is the Secretariat. Secretariat, it is the permanent, okay, organ of the government, and the head of this is, or it is headed by the Secretary General, who is the chief executive officer of the UNO. And the Secretary General at present is Antonio Guterres, who is from Portugal. So for today, that's all.